Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're coming from. I'm Julius Guerra.
I'm Seth Guerra.
And this is Guerra and Guerra. And we are here
to bridge the gap.
Let's talk about something regarding your money and something regarding technology this week, because technology is definitely a hot point for me. Do you like technology?
I love technology. You brought me up on it.
I don't know if I did, but yes, you were brought up on technology. Whether I had the know-how or not, you were brought up on it. I don't know if I was willing, able, or not. But let's talk about technology, because we're talking about AI. We're talking about advanced robotics. But what I'd like to talk about is the next evolution of AI. What's the next evolution of AI, Seth?
AI agents at the moment. That's currently the newest thing. While it's hard to determine and identify and let alone define the next innovation, that's currently what's the next hot topic at the moment.
Definitely. So what are agents? Agents really are what he just said, next evolution of an AI. So it's not something you can just talk to, but it's something that can learn from you. And it's also something that can do something and create something for you. So now we have these autonomous agents that will be answering the phone. They'll be the, problem person to listen to your problems before you elevate it to a manager. I mean, we're going to have a whole fleet of these agents. And it was just a few months ago that I was listening to Jensen Huang of NVIDIA talk about these agents that he's so excited to be building through NVIDIA's technology. Have you had a chance to use any of these agents yet?
Agents, most likely not. I primarily use the chatbots that have been so prevalent.
So I had the opportunity to go through a walkthrough of creating an agent. I've gotten to the process where I've titled it. It's going to be your budget buddy. And if you don't know how to create a budget, I'm looking to have an agent create one for you. And you just tell it what you need, what are your, and it has a system that it goes through. So now I've connected it to the Google Cloud, where now we're getting ready to put those if-and statements in. And it's just going to create the protocol for creating this for you. And so after you're done talking to this agent, it's going to create that budget. It can help track it for you, and it can help refine it for you. And one of the beauties of agents is they're saying that they're going to start to remember, where it seems like the tracking systems on us right now remember everything. Because I just mentioned that my water heater's and feeling so good these days, and before you know it, all week long I'm getting ads for what? Water heaters.
Yeah, that's a different type of AI. That's not a intelligent AI as Gemini or ChatGPT are. Those are more algorithms.
True. You're very right. So those algorithms, as they remember everything about you, are going to start to get integrated into the agents and even AI. So they're going to start to remember. I actually, when I use mine and I use Gemini, I actually tell it that I do want it to remember things so it can continue to learn and build with what I'm building, especially in the course and things like that. What's your most recent iteration or use of an AI?
Most likely ChatGPT, and it has a very similar feature I've noticed. It's been a while since I've used it, but it does have a new memory bank, I believe is what it's called, where it actually will take certain prompts that you've given it and store it in a memory bank where you can see what it remembers and such. And it's definitely a primitive model compared to what's going to be in the future for these AIs, but it's definitely a good step because this memory is between multiple chats, because it actually will reference something from a different chat in a new one, basically, due to this memory bank it possesses.
So that's ChatGPT. The Gemini that I use, I think it has an area where you can go and say, show me everything you know about me or everything that you remember. So you can see that kind of bank. And as we use it to create more things, my Gemini right now has about 5 different models. I've got Flash 2.0. I've got Flash 2.5 that has a more experimental thought process. I've got Pro, which is a very deep thinker and for more complex operations, which is a 2.5. And then I've got a 2.5 deep research and a 2.0 deep research. But these literally take several minutes, if not close to 10 or 15 minutes sometimes, to generate a report after it looks through hundreds, possibly thousands of websites, citing all of its sources and really does a great job in the ones that I've looked into and created to generate reports, do deep research, whether it be on investments in financial companies or on other kind of financial literacy and things that we're looking into and wanting to find more about, even local businesses, about reharvesting and refining oil from different parts of cooking restaurants and things like that. We can find demographics and say, okay, do a deep research report on this. So I'm really impressed with the abilities they have. They've come a long way just in the last, we've been using them for almost a couple of years now, but just in the last few months, I've seen an improvement. I actually was able to make an 8-second video just from text. I had my Iron Man flying through the sky, and I had just a running man just running through the street in a first-person view, texted out, what do you want to see?
Third-person view.
Oh, I'm sorry, third-person view. What do you want to see? So you can text that out. So I'm very impressed with what they're doing and excited to see where they're going to go, because I think everybody is going to have an agent, and they'll become free. Probably. There'll probably be some you can pay for, obviously, but to have an agent to tell you all the things that you should be doing in life the proper way, getting up on time, doing the things you need to do, eating right, exercising, keeping healthy so you can live a long life. If it can help us live longer, prosperous lives, that's what my goal would be. But what else do you think the agents are in store for us?
Well, that sounds like a pretty good use of it. It'll definitely put life coaches out of the job for some. Being able to maximize it that much, just give it all your information and have a personal life coach agent, especially if its memory features are as good as they're likely to be.
Yeah, I mean, and I've already used it just to put all my health information into the AI, say, compare this to American standards. Here I am, male, age this, weight this, height that, and then it gives me back that information. And from that, I'm able to, create a better health regimen, better eating habits, and understand more things, because it goes out and does a lot of deep research, and you can tell it just to research on the Mayo Health Clinic or certain areas there. But I am really excited about what AI has to offer us, what these new agents have to offer us. And they're going to be putting these agents into physical robots over in Japan a lot sooner than we will, unless, Elon has his way. But there are factories building lots of robots over there right now. And they're looking to put agents in there. So they've got a humanoid, population to work in their factories, and then they can get rid of all the other things that they have in that country. That's all I've got for today. What do you have else?
I was just going to say, we might be looking forward to a Skynet in our future.
Skynet. Gotta love that.
Although with Japan, it might be more, I'm not sure it's a game you heard of, but Detroit Become Human is a very interesting game that talks about mainly androids becoming sentient and having human-like bodies. A very similar, especially Japan is actually making humanoid-looking robots. It definitely is very reminiscent.
What's the name of it?
Detroit Become Human. It was for the
Detroit Become Human. Like it. Thanks, folks. This has been another Guerra and Guerra episode.
See you next week.